Welcome to Cajun Geek Reviews. This is DS bringing you my video review of Mastermind Creations Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-01A Sphinx, their take on a masterpiece style Mirage. Now, as you can see before you, I have the figure out with all these things that came in the box. We have Mirage's missile launcher and his laser gun, an alternate head along with a different back that doesn't have any tampo on it. We have a collector's card with a line art with some artwork and the bio and product shots on the back. And we have a fold out instruction book. The box itself has a very nice old school feel for it, very similar to, I'd say, the Diaclone and early Transformers from the '84. On the back, it has an old style text spec that you can take the decoder, put over, and you can read the text specs. Oh no, pretty neat, very retro. I like it. Sphinx's alt mode screams that it stepped off of the Sunbow animation cell and into real life, which is actually a good idea on Mastermind Creations' part because Takara seems to be doing that with the Masterpiece line. A little bit more animation accurate, a little less real world detailing put into the panel lines and the robot modes. I really can't say enough good things about Sphinx. It is clean, the paint job is beautiful, the blue coloration screams animated Mirage to me. The only issue I really have is the additional tampos on the front nose of the 26 and the L, along with the it's kind of hard to make out with my new lighting setup on the white, but they actually tampoed Liger Satanes and Gouyer on the front right here, where my thumb is. It came with real rubber wheels, which is a rarity nowadays. I mean, none of the original Masterpiece figures actually have its all hard rubber wheels. It does come with a removable holographic driver, which is always fun. You actually need to remove him for animation, but we'll put him off to the side now. Chrome comes in the wheels along with on the engines in the back. He has another little tampo right here of looks like a woman dancer. Overall, I can't scream enough nice things about this vehicle mode. It hits all the spots I want. And comparing him to the DX9 Invisible, which is the only other Masterpiece style Mirage we have at the moment, as you can see, the vehicle modes are similar. There is some obvious changes comparatively. There's a little bit more chrome on the Invisible compared to Sphinx. They both contain rubber wheels, though Sphinx has a little bit better rubber, I find. The design on Invisible reminds me more of the toy, especially with the coloration, than Sphinx does, which screams it stepped off of the cartoon cell. And now would you look at that? This is Sunbow Cartoon Mirage 100% for me. His robot mode looks like they lifted his design basically straight off of the animation cells and brought it to life. The color layout, how everything looks, that beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in on that head sculpt for you real quick. There, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. The only thing I would change on the deco wise would be the big red stripe and the sponsor logos right here on the chest. I just don't like that. But, I mean, that's how they decide to differentiate their Mirage from whatever Takara may come out with. Also, because of a deco change or decision, the Satanes in the 26 on the side of Invisible is actually opposite of what it should be in the cartoon. Still doesn't look bad, but I believe Repo Labels has a sticker that'll fix that. Um, I mean, this figure just looks beautiful. There is some obvious flaws to it now. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect by any stretch of means, but it's still a very nice looking figure. Um, Mobility wise, his head does turn, but unfortunately, because of the shoulder missile, it is limited. It has some movement because of the transformation joint back and forth. It can technically turn a full 360, but again, that missile blocks it. There is a third-party fix coming for that. Well, I say a fourth-party fix coming for that. It'll be available through Facebook. That's where the guy is selling it from. His shoulder articulation has a wonderful range to it. Between the universal joint on the shoulder and the additional flap for the transformation, beautiful high range of movement on it. It does have a bicep swivel. It has a very deep bend for his elbow, almost double jointed, but it's on a single joint, so go figure that one. His wrist does swivel, and his hand does open and close. Even his thumb has a little bit of a movement up and down. I had this mostly to hold his weapon, not for any real transformation issue. He does have a waist swivel, 100 full 360 degrees. It doesn't look bad actually when he turns on his waist, unlike some even the more recent figures. His waist skirts do flip out to give you a good range of leg movement on the universal joint. He has he has a limited thigh swivel. Very limited. It's blocked off by hitting the groin. He has a very decent knee bend. Not quite a full 180, but decent enough. And a little bit of a foot articulation due to the transformation. It's a very serviceable Mirage. I do like it. Just to give it a comparison with Invisible in the robot mode, you can see Invisible is definitely designed much more in the toy strain in his robot mode. He has the chrome chest pieces. His shoulder missile I actually prefer over because of the mounting now is why I prefer it over Sphinx's shoulder missile. But if you want a Mirage that'll fit more with your Takara MPs, it's definitely going for Sphinx right now. And here is Sphinx with another third party and some official Masterpiece figures. We have Fans Toys Tesla, which is the MP Perceptor on the left. We have MP28 Hot Rod on the right. And then we got MP27 Ironhide. And then we have the Hasbro version of MP10 Optimus Prime right behind him. Oh, just seeing them all together. C'est bon. You look good. Man, it looks like Takara itself would have come close to designing him. He just fits in so well with the 1984-85 robots. He is too good. I love him. Like I said, it's going to be hard pressed for Takara to come up with a better design, which they might. We'll have to see whenever it comes around. And pros and cons. My pros are simple. It looks like it stepped out of the cartoon. It has a very nice transformation, pretty intuitive for the most part. There's a couple of tight spots, which I'll get to in my cons, but for the most part, I can't stop heaping praise upon Sphinx. It is an excellent contender for an MP Mirage until Takara actually puts out theirs. And even then, I'll have to compare the two. If the Takara may not be able to beat the design that Sphinx has. For my cons on this figure, it's because of the way that his feet look. It throws me off a little bit. I mean, he looks like he wants to be. His lower legs are kicked back more than the rest of his body, almost kind of chicken walky, and that shoulder cannon imposing its blockage upon the head movement. I wish they would have stuck it out just a little bit more to the left. It would have gotten a little bit better for it. They went a little weird on the deco, especially with that red stripe all around. I could have done without that. The chest tampos, I could have done without that. It could have been better like the Invisible where it was a plain white, except for the 26. Otherwise, though, it's a good figure. My suggestion, if you're looking for an MP Mirage for your collection, definitely get it. It's a beautiful figure. It's comparable in price to, I want to say, right around Ironhide's price, between $85 to $95, depending on your retailer. You can find them at all the major online retailers: Robot Kingdom, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, Captured Prey, The Chosen Prime, all that. If you have the money, pick one up. Unless you want the more toy representative version, then I would suggest going with Invisible. But yeah, for the price, I'm all in on Sphinx. Well, folks, that's been my video review of Mastermind Creations Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-01A Sphinx. If you liked the video, hey, give me a good thumbs up for a like and hit the subscribe to watch the rest of my videos. Let you know when I post more. This has been DS with Occasion Geek Reviews, and laissez-les bon temps rouler. Peace out.